going up against Citadel, except now we got neither of the characters that you expect this time around. Citadel not rocking the Ridley this time around, and MJI not rocking the Pyramithra. We got an Enderman and a Byleth, respectively. You talked about this Byleth before, Skiff, and we are going to see it come through for a matchup like this, which is, going to be interesting. Yeah, they put the block down for a second to try to make their way back, but unfortunately, just a slip of the fingers this time around. Looking down on themselves in shame in the center of the level. Not the way you want to start a game, Skiff.
That wasn't a block. It was actually the minecart. It gives them a little bit of hop out of that. And they probably could have made it back. Usually what I've been seeing Yanni do this a lot. So when they actually go that low, when you shoot yourself with the elytra, what you do is you like lean forward, right? And then you lean back. And then like it gives you like this little extra boost. It's really awkward looking, but it allows Steve's already super busted recovery to be that much better. But you know what? We're definitely going to be able to take that first stock. We have no problem claiming that here. But as we move forward, MJI is trying to get some good damage in here, but going to get caught up in the up smash. Don't have to worry about DI right yet. I mean, you're not going to be dying at 107 when you're Byleth. But as we move forward, okay, potentially really scary scenario. The down smash is definitely trying to come out here from Citadel, but MJI not going to have to worry about that, at least for now.
Yeah, I mean, at least for now, holding down tight this time around and getting a lot of insurance is MJI on this second stock. And, unfortunate play right there. You saw MJI actually trying to mash out at the bottom right there. They were at a high enough of a percent where it's pretty difficult to mash out of the minecart. That thing, of course, it's a command grab technically, so the higher the percent is, the more difficult it is to mash out of it, or the more mashing it takes. But even as a result, they were able to mash out in a timely fashion, but weren't able to buffer an air dodge or an up B or any sort of option to avoid the meaty hitbox of MJI instead, and as a result, they're going to lose that stock and almost have this game evened up is what I would say. Instead, they're going to eat a diamond sword right to the face. This Byleth trying to get put back on the shelf right now. Citadel with a character that I personally did not even know they played, as that forward air is going to take the stock on the part of MJI. Looking pretty poised right now, though we are back to even.
Yeah, I just blew my mind that this is this is Citadel, the Ridley player.
Yes.
I was like, wait a second. I was like, wait, I know Citadel. I've played against him before in a doubles tournament, and of course, it's the one who plays Ridley. Okay, but you know what? Steve's a pretty good character. Definitely a little bit better than Ridley. That's to say for sure, but definitely seems to be working out here. Even though we saw that that SD earlier, and I don't know what's happened there. Must have been some bad DI, but it is what it is. MJI will definitely take that W and move on to game 2 here. Nice little 1-0 lead.
Yeah, definitely looking pretty poised so far with the character that you did say was technically their main beforehand, poke and Enderman, and all kinds of places that they don't want to be poked. That's what happens when you shrink a couple of feet just so your hitbox can fit comparative to the other characters in your slot. But hey, you gotta put them in the game somehow. That is Citadel's Enderman going down in the first game. Not sure if we're gonna see the Ridley counterpick. I could definitely see Ridley doing pretty decent in a matchup like this. Ridley's got he's definitely got Byleth beaten speed, and he's got some pretty quick and meaty hitboxes on their own to deal with that character, especially neutral air. But instead, gonna elect to go for the DLC Luigi, as some people call this character instead. Enderman right back out. You know why. A lot of people. What's it? I think like Yanni, and there's actually a couple other players who actually switched over to Steve, and they used to be Luigi players. So yeah, kind of to a point, you know, you get some stronger smash attacks. You gotta still have a nice little grab, but I mean, it still plays different enough from Luigi that like it's not quite the same, but there are some similarities, and I get it. Ooh. Yeah, one thing Luigi can't do, I will say, is literally build walls so you can space back airs in between the one block space that you can actually swing on your opponent in, catching MJI actually holding into the wall to try to, really just a lack of patience on their part to try to break through the zone of its Citadel right there. And as a result, they were able to get that back air and get some meaty damage. It's like, as that up smash does not take the stock, yeah, it's sort of like Luigi in that sense, except the character is also, you know, kind of, you know, a zoner and has crazy projectiles and a better recovery on top of that. It's like, yeah, you know, they got those grab combos that they can, you know, get the spike hitbox of the forward air down and reset once again. That's one thing they have in common. But other than that, the archetype of character is definitely not the same, as this back air does not take the stock just yet. MJI holding on tight, almost damn near gimps themselves, but knows that they'll be able to latch onto the recovery despite the knockback, self-induced knockback of the neutral B. Stock's even once again. Citadel finally going to land that one. It's back to even game, Skip.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll have to see what Citadel can find here. Just try to take that lead and push it ever further. 39% though after that side B from MJI. Honestly, looking kind of decent right here. Their Byleth looking a little bit clean, you know, having some control. Trying to get, I don't know if the forward smash with the block, I don't know if the hitbox continues through the block. I know that those, the blocks have some weird properties, but a nice little forward throw. Just try to, you know, say, this is my space. I need you to back off here a little bit. I need some materials, because honestly, if you look at it, they did have 2 iron, but now they're back to 1 iron. And Steve kind of needs some iron, man. There's definitely a lot of crazy things that they can get going there. You know, the cart is a big factor for that. And then the anvil as well. So when you don't have any iron, you basically lose out in 2 moves.
Catching him right above with the anti-air up smash right there. That move comes out incredibly fast and it is quite strong, so it's a pretty potent anti-air despite being a committal one. Speaking of committal smash attacks, forward smash, the diamond cutter, metaphorically and literally, my friends, going to do it for him right there. I thought that was going to be a minecart jump forward air for sure at the end of that level, but the spacing was just a little too close on that front for it to work. He definitely would have gotten the weak hit of that forward air as neutral is reset once again, but is definitely in the favor of Citadel. And to answer your question before, as far as hitboxes going through the blocks, it all depends on the strength of the block. Like you can break it if it's like something small, like a dirt block, which it more likely will be as Steve puts out his weaker materials for the blocks first and gets his stronger materials for his weapons. But we did, as that up tilt does take the stock, we did see Citadel actually put a block on the ground and then a block, 1 block space above it. So he's got 1 empty block space in between, and you see him actually spacing hitboxes in between that, so it actually does hit. So if you ask me, it seems like he's gone for that setup multiple times as well. So that's the kind of stuff that you know. That's the kind of stuff that you know Steve is going to do. So to answer your question, yeah, you know, they'll set up walls and try to throw out certain hitboxes in between them. But right now, I think he's going to be focused on his ledge trapping hitboxes, Skip.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Right now, it's 130% on MJI. Tried to go for the side B. They'll try to get some sort of tipper hitbox situation. You do have a little bit of rage, but rage don't matter when you're taking a pickaxe back air. It doesn't matter the materials, man. That thing's so strong, so beefy. And speaking of beef, Enderman gonna be taking a little bit of a snack there. You know, you sometimes need to replenish that energy after you dish out a little bit of damage. But we're gonna be getting into this game 3 here. Citadel answering back strongly.
I hope he cooked that. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it was cooked.
Yeah, good. I mean, I've played Minecraft before. I mean, I guess it could have been raw. You know, Enderman is just built different. Probably could have handled it, but hey, definitely gonna cook that one in advance for sure. I mean, I love that taunt and I love that victory screen. Still hard to believe that this character is in the game. This was literally a dream come true for so many people, and you know, a nightmare come true for so many others, depending on who you ask. But hey, definitely an amazing thing to see one of the most popular franchises in gaming represented in Smash out here for you. And this is to best of 3 territory, ladies and gentlemen. We had an uncharacteristic finish to winners finals earlier, and as a result, we shot right back immediately to losers quarterfinals. So we're back in best of 3 territory. Ain't no best of 5. So winner of this is going to move on, and loser is going to have to settle for 5th place instead. And these 2 immaculate players here, one of them is going to have to falter, as regular Battlefield is the pick for this final game. Skiff, what do you think about this? What do you think about this counter pick?
I mean, it's the last stage with 1 more platform. I mean, because what it's MJI, so I mean, you kind of look at it as like, where Byleth's almost like their own, like, you know, weaker Palutena. They do have that Nair, which honestly is really ridiculous. Almost just as good, if not just as good. I mean, people just don't talk about it enough. And oh man, throwing out that forward smash, gonna destroy that cart. But we'll see if they're able to use these platforms to kind of get some of those crazy combos going. I'm sure they'll be looking for some situations where they try to put Citadel above one of those platforms and then gets like an up air, which can really decimate some stocks on some lighter characters. But we'll see how it plays out. Right now, Citadel is certainly in a little bit of trouble here, man. This damage just continues to pile up on him. That forward air pushes them into a spot where they're going to use that cart. And MJI says, man, I don't care what you're in. I'm still sending you to the blast zone. Give me that first stock.
I love that catch right there. Try platforms right here, try plats. They can make your landings just a little bit more predictable, and as a result, your disadvantage can wind up being a little bit worse on stages like these. Combined with the fact that platforms in Ultimate are a little bit wonky, not only, sometimes promoting camping, but just not having the best of options to getting down off of them, depending on what character you play, or at the very least in terms of game mechanics. That being said, these players will definitely be able to find ways around it, as they have as the Ultimate meta continues to develop every day. Trying to stick in tight right there with the ledge trapping forward smash. This is the original Distance Demon before they decided to have the very next DLC character throw that out of the water, as that back air pickaxe is going to take the stock and even things out for its Citadel right here. Only a 47% difference.
I mean, 2 stocks. It's not a game about percentages, it's a game about stocks here. Ooh, trying to go for a really crazy read with that up smash. Not gonna be able to find it. And MJI just continues to dance around. Some really nice movements on some B reverses here as well. Still trying to go for that up smash. Not gonna be able to get it. And the anchor, not the anchor, excuse me, the anvil, actually gonna be able to save them from that up air. Possibly would have absolutely decimated that stock. But MJI still gonna keep this pressure going on. Look at that for that forward smash once again. Won't be able to find it.
Ooh, but you will be able to find the snipe in between the blocks right there. Can I get a Call of Duty hit marker on that? A quick little... I would love to see that personally in any montages afterwards. But hey, that's going to be then, and this is now beautiful stuff on MJI right there. Taking advantage of the situation and knowing when they can actually use the incredibly laggy but powerful projectile of the arrow neutral B right there for Byleth. And looking pretty posed right now. Not going to take the stock right there on the other side of the level. Beautiful DI. But you're not going to survive a forward tilt at 152% from Byleth that close. This is the power Fire Emblem character, to say the least. Or one of them in comparison to Ike. And, oh my god, MJI looking very good right now, holding down the stage presence. This is what I love about Byleth. The character doesn't need insane frame data to actually wall you out, you know what I mean? Like, the character can still put the fear factor in you just by retaining stage control and throwing out hitboxes from that safe distance that they know that they can. This is the kind of stuff that I want players to see when they say that Byleth is completely unviable. Because I just personally don't think that's true, as we are down 2 stocks to 1.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see if Citadel's able to find a way, some way to turn this around. I mean, you have the diamond on deck here. Could be able to find that forward smash. Go for the up smash. Finally gonna get it, but won't be able to find the stock. Oh, okay. You know what? That was actually just high enough, too, where that shot actually went just across the floor. So, I mean, honestly, well timed, but ooh. That's rough, though. That's going to be the loss in the set here. MJI is going to be moving on in loser's bracket as they are going to take on the Z-. Citadel just getting caught in a really awkward situation off stage. I think there was an air dodge, and unfortunately, that's going to be all she wrote for Citadel. I mean, 5th place, not too bad, man. I mean, that's definitely a really solid run, but nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, might have thought they had to tech in some situation, or might have buffered the option.